Spring training games are about to start, which means it's a perfect time for another buy or sell. You guys know the series well, it's been on the channel for a while, but in case you don't know, I go onto my Twitter, @GiraffeNeckMarc, and I ask you to reply with tweets for your hottest takes on the Major League Baseball season. And I'm going to tell you if I agree with them, buy, or disagree with them, sell. It's a fun way to interact with you guys. Maybe the next one we'll do it based on the comment section below. I don't know, just drop your hot takes, and I love reacting to them. We're starting off with a doozy here from Foolish Baseball. Shout out to Foolish, he got his channel back. Make sure you go subscribe to him. Royals finished top 12 in runs scored. Like, I guess this might be a hot take because offensively they weren't necessarily great last year, but with Vinny P, Italian Breakfast or Italian Beef, whatever his name is, Vinny Pasquantino, Bobby Witt's really good, MJ Melendez is solid, and you can expect some, I think, improvements from some other players like Nick Pratto. This is like such a weird number, top 12, that's not even the top third of the league, so sure, I'll buy it, why not? Diamond Tails, hot take, Alonso tops his rookie year 53 home run total this year. I love Pete Alonso. I mean, that guy, he's the man. Big Meat Pete, the polar bear. I'm the most biased Mets fan there is, but hitting more than 53 home runs is going to be really hard. So I'm going to have to sell this one. It's just unlikely. Like, bouncy balls, plus people are smarter, pitching is smarter. You probably just won't pitch to Pete at some point if he's going on 50-plus home runs, although they didn't do it to Aaron Judge last year, which was crazy. I don't know. I think Pete's a beast. I think he could have an MVP caliber season at some point. I just don't know if he hits more than 53 home runs. That is so many. I'd love to see it, though. It's possible, but if I'm buying or selling this one, I unfortunately have to sell. Aaron at Aaron Plays MLB. Healthy Chris Sale equals top 5 Cy Young candidate. Oh, that's really tough because I feel like if you asked me a couple years ago, if you said healthy Chris Sale, yeah, I mean, he was one of the best pitchers in baseball when he was healthy. But that's not the debate here. It's if he is healthy, is he top 5 Cy Young in the American League? And I think you can put him there. I'm going to say buy. If Chris Sale is healthy, and if Chris Sale throws 180 innings, which I would consider a healthy year, yeah, I think he's probably finishing in the top 5 of the Cy Young voting. That would be huge for the Red Sox. Completely change their outlook this year if they can get 180 innings out of Chris Sale. Now, will that happen? No. I mean, if that was a take, I'm going to sell it, but it's not. Healthy Chris Sale, top 5 Cy Young? Sure, buy all day. The dude is filthy when he's healthy. Halo Nation at Halo Nation 335. Ohtani signs an extension with the Angels mid-season. Sell, 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 sell. I think there's no shot that Ohtani signs an extension before he hits free agency. It just feels unlikely. It feels stupid. It doesn't make any sense. I think even in the worst case scenario, Shohei Ohtani is probably the highest paid player in baseball whenever he hits free agency. And I'm talking worst case scenario. Like, I would be shocked if there was a way where Shohei Ohtani doesn't get paid the most money, either AAV or just total amount in Major League Baseball history, because he is one of the most unique players we've ever seen, one of the best players, most talented that we've ever seen in a vacuum. It makes absolutely zero sense for him to sign a mid-season extension. Just no reason to, especially if he's playing well, which he probably will. So this is a big ol' sell. Side Retired Pod says, Seiya Suzuki makes the All-Star game and has an OPS plus above 130. I'm actually going to buy this. At points last year, Seiya Suzuki looked really, really good. His plate discipline is super strong, super solid. He has a great eye. He has pop in that bat, and I feel like the Cubs are getting better. They're still not necessarily like great, but that team, that lineup is getting better as a whole, and I think Seiya Suzuki, with another year of Major League Baseball underneath his belt, a little bit more comfortable in his situation, playing in Chicago, I totally could see this happening, so I'm going to buy it. I'm a Seiya Suzuki believer. I was a big fan of his in the MPB. I'm a big fan of his now, and 130 OPS plus isn't completely insane, I think. It's going to take a really good year, no doubt. It's not the most likely outcome, but I think it can happen for Seiya. I saw a lot of these, so I'm going to go ahead and shout out you, Alex Viscioni here. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Jared Kelenic breaks out in a big way, makes the All-Star team, and hits 280, 30, and 80 RBIs. I'd love to buy this because I was so in on Jared Kelenic when he was a Met. I was so upset when they traded him. I was like, this is going to be the guy that we look back on and we go, I can't believe we traded Jared Kelenic. But as we know, that's not the case. And I'm starting to believe a whole lot less in Jared Kelenic as a player. The 30 home runs is legitimate. I think he could hit 30 home runs this year if he gets playing time, which is still very much up in the air. The problem is the 280. I don't think Jared Kelenic has the bat to ball skills that we once thought he does. A lot of swing and misses. Not great discipline in terms of being able to put bat to the ball as consistent as we would like. He's a dude who's probably going to hover below 250 for the majority of his career in his best seasons, it seems like right now. And maybe Mariners fans, this is the jinx that you need, because if you asked me this the last few years, I was going to buy 1,000,000%, but I have to sell this. 280, I'd be shocked if Jared Kelenic hits anywhere close to 280. 30 home runs realistic, 80 RBIs. Again, it depends on playing time with him, but I got to sell this one right now. I just don't see it happening. But if it did happen again, wouldn't be shocked. Jack says, Noah Syndergaard returns to All-Star Cy Young vote getting form and leads the Dodgers in their rotation to another NL West victory in a 100-plus win season. You put like 10 different things in there. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to sell most of them. That being said, I think Noah Syndergaard might go to the Dodgers and he might just be back, but it seems unlikely. It doesn't seem like the Noah Syndergaard that was once with the Mets in 2015, 2016, who was dominant, who was disgusting, is going to be that same pitcher. Feels like a little more pitch to contact now than he ever was. The stuff is not as dominant. Granted, he's coming back from injury still, a full year of healthy baseball last year, and the Dodgers are just magicians. They have a pitching factory over there. They took Andrew Heaney, fixed them. Their bullpen is made up of magic people. Evan Phillips. Who is Evan Phillips? Oh, one of the best relievers in baseball. So it wouldn't be crazy to fix Noah Syndergaard, but I just don't see it happening this year right now. All-Star game, maybe. Cy Young, no. And I don't think he's going to be the reason why the Dodgers win the National League West or win 100-plus games. I also don't know if the Dodgers are winning 100-plus games. That division got a little bit better. The Padres are definitely the best team there, and the Dodgers are not as good as they once were. So I got to sell this one. Call me a Dodger Noah Syndergaard hater. I'll take that stamp all day. Ooh, I like this one from Skylar Woobker. I hope I pronounced that name right. I've literally never seen that combination of letters together. Elly De La Cruz breaks camp with the Reds and accelerates their rebuild dramatically, helping them to over 70 wins this season. I like the idea of Elly breaking camp again. Unlikely. The problem is the Reds are bad. The Reds are a bad team, but Hunter Green is really good. Nick Lodolo is really good. Those two guys being healthy for a full year and pitching to their potential could change everything. I just don't know if Elly De La Cruz is going to break camp. 70 wins is not also out of the realm, so I'm gonna sell this one ever so slightly, like put the smallest sell possible maybe on here. But I love where your head's at, because I think there is a world where this could happen, but it's on the backs more so of Hunter Green and Nick Lodolo rather than I think Elly De La Cruz. Even though Elly De La Cruz potential-wise, special stuff. Ooh, I like this one. JT, I like James too. Samurai Japan wins the World Baseball Classic behind Roki Sasaki's worldwide breakout. Yeah, I'm going to buy this one, 100%. I think if you're a betting man, a gambling man, picking Japan to win the World Baseball Classic, not crazy at all. Nationally, they have an insane amount of pride for the national baseball team. They take this thing extremely seriously. I'll say it, more seriously than pretty much every other country in the world. There's a lot of pride in being on the national team and winning a championship. And Roki Sasaki, if you guys don't know, is the nastiest pitcher in Japan. He's too young right now. He's not going to come over just yet because the team's just not going to relinquish his rights. But whenever he does, he has the potential to be one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball. Dude throws gas with some devastating pitches. Roki Sasaki is 100% going to be on the worldwide scene after this tournament, and Japan could totally win it. So yeah, I'm going to buy this one. Japan isn't necessarily my prediction. You'll see that in a little bit as we get closer to the World Baseball Classic. But this could happen. Ethan Z08, Joey Gallo will bounce back. Bye. Not the NSYNC song. That was weird. I didn't even actually do that on purpose. But I do buy that Joey Gallo will bounce back. He's too good to be as bad as he's been. And I think going to Minnesota, going to the Great North, is going to do him some big favors. He was a guy who liked the Rangers because it was quiet. There weren't 1,000 reporters around him. Even going to LA, you still got a lot of dudes around. You still got a lot of attention on you. He gets to go to Minnesota, just play baseball. I don't think there's a lot of expectations necessarily for him to be that guy like we expected him on some of these other teams. I can completely see a bounce back season for Joey Gallo. And again, a bounce back season for him is not being an awful hitter like he has been. He's probably still going to hit 210 at best, but the power comes back, the OPS comes back, WRC plus through the roof, and he gets on base. That makes sense for me. Daniel Rosa, Rangers pitching staff is top 10 in baseball and makes a wild card spot. I'm going to say this right now. I buy the idea that they're top 10 in Major League Baseball. Now, I know that might sound crazy. There are a lot of question marks, but if things go right, the Rangers are going to be dangerous because that pitching staff has some true ceiling potential. Jake DeGrom right off the rip. I mean, I know he's not a Met anymore, but I'm still going to love the guy. I'm still going to tell you he's the best pitcher in baseball. It doesn't matter. If he's healthy, disgusting. Nathan Eovaldi was a Cy Young candidate a few years ago. When he's healthy, he's a great guy who can give you some innings and give you really good pitching as well. Andrew Heaney looked great. Again, health. Big questions. You have John Gray as like your 4 or 3 now. You feel really good. He's gonna pitch better. Martin Perez looked good. They got Jake Odorizzi as well, and they do have some young pitchers coming up. I totally buy top 10 starting pitching staff. Bullpen, on the other hand, a little bit more sketchy, so maybe that's what you're talking about. Full pitching staff, I could see that being a little bit more difficult. But if those pitchers stay healthy, yeah, I think the Rangers can make a wild card spot for sure. So I'm gonna say buy. Baseball guy, Adley Rutschman finishes top 5 at MVP and leads the Orioles to the final wild card spot, where they ultimately lose due to lack of postseason experience. Ooh. Ooh, I like the Adley Rutschman top 5 MVP. I don't know how I feel about the Orioles in the wild card spot right now. Like, they didn't really get much better in my eyes this offseason. You saw my offseason grade video. If you haven't, go check it out. I didn't give them a good grade. I didn't think it was a good offseason. Like, James McCann was kind of their big pickup. Cole Irvin as well. It's so tough. This one's really, really hard because there's things I like and things that I hate. Man, I think I'm going to sell right now. I think I'm going to sell, and it's because of the postseason, but I totally think Adley could be top 5 in MVP this year. I mean, this could be the hottest take of the entire video. Judge doesn't regress and break 62. This comes from Daniel Jones Believer, which I feel like makes sense with the reply and the hot take. No, of course he's going to regress. It's not that he's going to be a bad player. He's just not going to hit 62 home runs again, and we know that he got a little bit of help from, let's just say some bouncier baseballs towards the end. If Judge breaks 62 home runs this year, if he hits more than he did last year, I'll name my third child just straight up Aaron Judge. I'll just name him Aaron Judge Luino. We got Patrick, we got Albert, we'll have Aaron Judge Luino. There's no way that he breaks 62, and he's going to regress, still be elite, sell 1,000,000%. All right, let's do a few more of these. Let's take a look. I'm trying to get some different teams involved. Aaron Lickstraw says neither Mets or Yankees win their division, and at least one of them finishes in third. I'm going to sell this, because here's why. I think the Yankees right now are the best team in the American League East on paper. If everything goes the right way, everyone stays healthy, Yankees win the American League East. So already there, we have to sell it. I also think the Mets probably win the National League East, and if not, they're gonna finish in second place. I think I don't see a third place finish for the Mets realistically right now. Like, the Phillies and the Braves are good, but I think on paper you have to say they're probably the strongest team in the division right now. It's so close. They're this close. The Mets in third is probably the most realistic of all these takes, but overall I'm still selling it. One of these teams will win their division, I think, for sure, and I'd be shocked if one of them finishes in third place. John says Tigers fight for a playoff spot. Sell. Just not a good team. Just not a good team. I'm sorry, Detroit. I thought AJ Hinch was going to be able to bring in this new wave with all these young players, but I think your front office is a little bit inept. I have no faith in the Tigers, and I don't know if that's mean. I don't know if that's not fair, but they have not shown me any reason to believe in them, especially after how disappointingly bad they were last year. Still like some players, but no way that they compete for a playoff spot. All right, I'm going to do this one because Spencer Turnbull liked this tweet, which is super funny. Tigers Torque Moyle says Spencer Turnbull wins comeback player of the year. He screenshotted the fact that Spencer Turnbull liked the tweet, which is kind of crazy. Look up your name, Spencer. Come on. Stay focused. Don't look up your name, but I like that it's positive. I don't even know what to do with this one. I just wanted to shout it out because, sure, bye. Yeah, Spencer Turnbull wins it, I guess. I don't even know who else could be a comeback player, realistically. I'm going to do two more. This one comes from Jacinto. Padres will have 2 players finish in the top 5 for NL MVP voting. I'm going to buy this. It's going to be Juan Soto, Manny Machado. Maybe even Tatis sneaks in the 110, 120 games that he's going to be able to play. Maybe Xander Bogaerts sneaks in. The fact of the matter is, there are 4 guys on this team that could be MVP candidates, and I definitely expect at least 2 of them to finish in the top 5 of the National League. I'm scared of the Padres this year. This team's really good. Really, really good. So, yeah, I buy this one 100%. This one comes from Truman Nation, MLB The Show content creator. Ezequiel Tovar is winning the NL Rookie of the Year. I love this one. I'm going to buy it. I'm a big Ezequiel Tovar fan now. It's going to be tough. The National League, I mean, there's just like incredible rookies right now, I feel like, in Major League Baseball. But Tovar should be the everyday shortstop. He's going to be playing in Coors, so the offensive numbers for a guy who already had a really good bat throughout the minors should be really good. One thing that's concerning, of course, is it will be his first full Major League Baseball season, and it's a lineup that doesn't have a lot of protection. But I think skills-wise, bat-to-ball skills, I love everything that Ezequiel Tovar brings to the table. So I'm at the Fall League, fell in love with his play immediately, and I love this idea of Ezequiel Tovar winning the Rookie of the Year. So we're going to buy this one here and end it on a positive note for you Colorado Rockies fans, which rarely happens on this channel. I'd love to know what you guys think about my opinions on these hot takes as well. Go ahead and drop some of your hot takes for the next buy or sell down in the comment section below. Can't wait to read those. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. It really does help support the channel, as well as there are a ton of you that have not yet subscribed to the channel. Make sure you do so you don't miss out on any of the content coming at you. Follow me on all my social media at GiraffeNeckMarc. Links are in the description. That's where I'm going to wrap up today's video, guys. You know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload. Click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another video.